Hello, and welcome to the April 15th Macomb Park Board of Commissioners meeting. We start with the approval of the agenda. However,
You have to.
Oh, well, I'd like to make a motion for an amendment of the agenda
state your motion.
of item number 10 to strike.
Okay, we have a motion to strike item number 10 from the agenda. Are there any questions? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
You haven't had a second yet.
Oh, do I have a second? I'm sorry.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to strike agenda item number 10. Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Armstrong.
Aye.
Commissioner Gamage.
Aye.
Commissioner Weiss.
Aye.
Okay. So now I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda as amended.
I'd like to make the motion to approve with the agenda. Yes, thank you.
I have a motion to approve the agenda as amended. Do I have a second?
I will second.
It is moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? All right, and we will approve the motion as amended. Consideration and action on minutes from the March meeting. Are there any additions, corrections, or deletions? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion for the minutes to be approved as posted.
I'll make the motion to
Is that
approve.
I will second that.
Okay.
It's only Tuesday, right?
Yeah. I don't know. It's been Wednesday to me all day long.
There's been a motion to approve and a second for the minutes, approving the minutes of the March meeting. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And motion carries. Bills and transfers and monthly financial statements. Commissioner Gamage, please.
You got it. All right. So for the consolidation fund, cash on hand at the end of the month was $298,511.73. $292,851.10 in capital projects, $0 in the bond retirement, and $5,660.63 in the savings. The month ended at $32,998, lower than the budget. Year to date is $189,239, lower than the budget expectations. In the general fund, March ended with a $238,464 cash on hand and $235,751 in the general fund and $2,682 in the savings. Overall, the month ended at $1,041 better than the budget. Year to date is $23,268 better than the budget. For payroll, wages ended in the month with $9,160 below budget for wage expenses, and year to date is $24,441 lower than the budget expectations. All other funds are performing at better than projected. March, we received the PPRT check for $6,585.53 on March 11th.
Okay. Thank you, Emily. You've heard the approval or the bills and transfer. Is there a motion to approve the bills and transfer the monthly financial statements?
Move to approve.
Do I have a second? I'll second that. It has been moved and seconded. Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Gamage.
Aye.
Commissioner Weiss.
Aye.
Commissioner Armstrong.
Aye. And the bills and transfers, the financial statements stand approved as published. Looks like we have no one for public comments. Moving to the President's report. One, I'd like to welcome Commissioner Corey Clem. Congratulations on his election. Corey will be seated next month. And the other thing is I will be continuing to serve on the Illinois Association of Park Districts Program Committee, and our first meeting will be May 15th to continue to bring us great programs throughout the state to better educate not only Park District employees, but commissioners as well. So again, thank you for that privilege of continuing to serve the community and the state in this endeavor. Director's report.
Okie dokie. Well, I want to give an update on Patton Park as there has been a slew of activity out there.
But no flu out.
Hopefully no flu. So just to kick off, we've had some additions to our multi-use trail. You can see where the gravel lies. That is where we're getting ready to add trail. So the biggest section is along the west of the Meditative Gardens up to the north section of the park that goes by the quote-unquote spider pocket, the one that people didn't realize was there until that bridge got installed. So we will have a bridge where you see the second picture, you kind of see where the trail falls off. That will be where the bridge begins, and it will cross the ravine just like the other one does. So we'll have a couple different spots that we think will be really beautiful for photos or, you know, just hanging out, I don't know. And then we've done a lot of maintenance to the path, the lime waste that was laid last season. We ran short of terra walks and ran short of money, so we had to stop progress a little earlier. So that also has been re-smoothed out, and we'll have terra walk panels added. We did get all of those in, so as soon as we're at full staff, the guys will be laying them, and it's going to be awesome. The other piece that we've seen most recently, last week, we had wetland restoration kickoff. Bedwell was out there with a team of 12 guys cleaning out the trees in the wetlands. So this is the first step in our restoration process. There's a lot of invasive species in there. There's supposed to be specific types of trees in a wetland area, those specifically that can withstand burns, prescribed burns. So they did a fantastic job. I have a picture, a before and after picture for you, just so you can see the top two photos are before, and then the after is the one on the bottom. So they just did a tremendous job. Not only did they remove trees that were standing, they also pulled some out that had been cut and left by previous administrations, we'll say. So, and then one more just so you can see how much this has opened up the sight lines in the park for, you know, park goers, for our patrol team. Just really you can see across the entire space now and show people that there is more to do in that open area to the north. So very excited for that development. We continue to work with Carrie from Bames Nursery. She has a great plan for us. She is such a wealth of knowledge, and so often she offers it freely to us just to help us find success in this project. So other things that are happening with Patton, but I don't have pictures because they're not there yet. Concrete games will be delivered early next week. So the ping pong table in particularly, we've rented some equipment from Commercial Rental because we have nothing that will lift a 3,100 pound ping pong table. So that's going in next week, along with our bag sets. Those will just be set for the time being. Those don't weigh as much, so when the guys have time to lay concrete, then those will be placed. We also met with IMEG and Lavadier last week. Groundbreaking on the basketball courts was supposed to start this week, but they fell behind in another project they're working on, so hopefully next week we'll see groundbreaking for those. And there is an area south of the ball diamonds that typically retains so much water we can't mow. So that was the area designated for the rain garden. So it has been sprayed twice. So if you see a giant dead spot, it is intentional. We have to kill off all the turf there so that we can clean it out and make way for the pollinator. Well, actually, it's a seed mix specifically for detention basins. So, and then we'll add some enhancing flowers in there to add some pops of color. So really excited to get those all going, but yeah, we've made great progress in such a short amount of time. Jeff is, again, he has, I think, 3 people on staff, and yet he is still running, so we appreciate that. The adult Easter egg hunt, I wanted to give you guys a recap, seeing how this was a new thing that happened. This is a video if you want to see the 3, 2, 1, go. The only thing you can't hear is people screaming. So What a huge success. Congratulations to our superintendent of events, Kara Sahagan, and her team, which is one other person. But they had 106 people register for the event.
Awesome.
15 people called after the registration deadline. So after expenses, they were able to bring $2,124 of revenue in for the park district. So it was not intended to be a fundraiser, but it just ended up that way. So congratulations to her and her team. Thank you to the UVI Extension Office for allowing us to use the 4-H Center last minute for the inclement weather, and for all the agencies that donated prizes to make this such a fun and successful event. Other happenings in the district, Ball 4. Yeah, that is the next one. Okay, Ball 4 is opening. Opening weekend is May 2nd through the 4th. Our standard hours will continue, so we'll have a special on May 3rd for students. If they bring their student ID, you get 50% off. And then May the 4th be with you. It's one of my favorites at Ball 4. So come in your favorite Star Wars gear and just enjoy the day.
Can't believe it's gonna be May already.
I know. Oh, for those who are, I was like, man, isn't there a special? Yeah. For those dressed in cosplay, it's $1 mini golf. So, and I mean, those are some fun photos. You can have all sorts of fun with that. So, but we have a great lineup of events happening out at Ball 4. I'm excited. And I had to sit down and I questioned Blake. I said, are you sure you want to do this? But I'm excited to say they're bringing night glow golf back. So
Sweet.
What we used to know as the afterglow parties, and before that, I think it was called Moonlight Mini, we are bringing back at the staff's request. His part-time staff that have been there for now 2 years are the ones who said, we would really like to see this come back. So I think that's fantastic. We'll also have a Park Golf Invitational again. We're going to have a half-off Park Golf weekend for those who are signed up to let them get their rounds in, get their practice in. But if you have not been out to Ball 4 to try Park Golf yet, please give it a go. It's such a fun, unique sport, and it's really built for the whole family. So anyway, more information on that on our website at macombparkdistrict.com. Go check it out. Next, I think it's Lakeview. Okay, we're still doing good. I apologize. I have this a little out of order on my sheet. It's a beautiful time to go out to the Lakeview Nature Center and see the beautiful prairie. Everything is in bloom. Natalie does a phenomenal job with making sure there are self-guided opportunities for families to enjoy. One such opportunity is our story walk board. She updates that book quarterly. Right now, or April 6th, The Earth Gives More is the new story walk book that's currently present. Written by Sue Flies with illustrations by Christian Engel. This This beautiful book explores the rhythms of the season while describing what the earth does for us and ways we can be stewards of our planet. I think a very applicable book for Earth Day. And then also happening at the end of the month, wow, these are the same day. Look at that. Okay. Volunteer Day is happening on April 25th. It's a fun time to come out and help make the prairie beautiful, help us remove some invasive species, beautify the front welcome area, and just enjoy the great outdoors and give back. So if you're interested, again, April 25th from 10:30 to 1:30 at Lakeview Nature Area. And then later that day, on April 25th, we have our next Noticing Nature from 3:30 to 4:15. This one is in conjunction with something the city is doing. So this event is called One Book, One Community Festival, organized through the City of Macomb Shared Community Action Group. This year's theme is The Earth, Our Home. They'll be reading a featured children's title, Thank You, Earth, A Love Letter to Our Planet by April Polisayer during the event. So always a fun event. The Noticing Nature is a great way to get young adventurers into the natural world. So, and again, Natalie does a phenomenal job. And then we're at, this is it. Okay. We are partnering with the City of Macomb for their active transportation vision. We're actively seeking participants in an ongoing active transportation vision effort Active transportation refers to any human-powered mode of travel, such as walking, biking, or using a wheelchair that engages people in physical activity while moving from one place to another. There are a couple ways to get involved. We invite the public to participate in one or the other or both, by all means. So this coming Tuesday, April 22nd, at 5:30 p.m., there will be an open active transportation vision public meeting in City Hall's community room. This meeting will serve to discuss the active transportation visioning process and to gather the general public's thoughts and feedback. There's also the survey, as I mentioned, currently open. It will be open until April 30th. It has two options for giving feedback. One is a short survey that gauges how frequently you travel in ways other than the personal vehicle. The other is an interactive map where you can go to points on the map and highlight them as areas of concern or for safety for active transportation. So for example, one of my very first ones, and we can hear the train in the background, was the crossing from Chandler Park to the train station across that busy highway. So highly encourage anybody, please, the more voices we hear, the more we can make sure everybody's represented in this initiative. It's a great opportunity for something that Macomb has been fighting for a long time, and excited to see the city really putting some legs behind this initiative. So,
Can we put a note, and can I do a QR code like at the dairy for that?
100%. Yeah,
Oh,
I'd love to
yeah.
bring you that.
I didn't,
Yeah,
honestly didn't even know that was coming up so quickly.
yeah. They just decided the deadline yesterday
Oh, okay.
because we were like,
I
what
was
is
like,
it?
wow, I didn't hear about that.
Yes. No,
I
that's
feel like the more people you want,
yes. I will bring you a flyer tomorrow morning. Thank you.
as I say, we've got Macomb Beautiful and another group at lunchtime, so I feel like that'd be a good time to
excellent.
have a lot of people see that.
That's awesome. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Okay. ATV. Okay, great. And then next, it's that time of year again, movies in the park, but this year is special. It's our 10-year anniversary. We've been doing this for 10 years. That's crazy to me. So our first movie in the park is an old classic. This is our throwback film, The Parent Trap. So June 6th at 8:30 p.m. in Veterans Park. Come enjoy a free movie under the stars, free popcorn, free soda, thanks to our partners in First Bankers Trust and Refreshment Services Pepsi, with a rain date of June 7th. So it was kind of a crazy thought to think that this was our 10-year anniversary of that event.
Yeah.
And how far we've come from this screen falling over on itself way back when. So, okay, then just a few other things for everyone to be aware of, because I know this is a day for us. Our ceramics and Lakeview summer programs will be released or open for registration on May 5th at 9 a.m. I will repeat that again, at 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
Yeah, it's 9 a.m. Even though our office
earlier.
opens at 8, we need to give staff time to prepare for all of your phone calls. So we will release programs for people to be aware of what is coming up. I would assume prior to that, but have your phones at the ready if you want to come hang out at the district, by all means, but we will not take registrations until 9 a.m. And then last but not least, for the last 2 months, I've been talking about the open positions at the district for seasonal staff, and we have a full house for seasonal staff. So
awesome.
we are thrilled. They've not all started, but all of the positions have been hired. So we're really thankful for all the people who want to come and work with us at the Macomb Park District and making their community a beautiful place to work, live, and play. We have an offer out for the SRA position as well. They seem incredibly interested, so we remain hopeful that we are really at full staff capacity
Fabulous.
this summer, which would be the first in a very long time.
It's like a rare
It's
coin there.
Yes, yeah, all the staff are thrilled. So I know that was a little bit of a long one, but it's nice outside. People are moving, so I know, my bad. But that's all I have unless there are questions.
Oh, thank you, Rachel. Do we have any questions for the director? Okay, well, we're going to move on to number 7, consideration of possible action on Resolution 25-2. An appreciation of Commissioner Emily Gabbage for your years of service. If I may, In appreciation, no, excuse me, Resolution 25-2, Board of Commissioners, Macomb Park District, Macomb, Illinois, in appreciation of Commissioner Emily Gamage for her years of service. Whereas Emily Gamage was appointed to the Macomb Park District Board of Commissioners in November 2019, serving 6 years thereafter. And whereas Emily Gamage was elected Assistant Treasurer of the Macomb Park District Board of Commissioners in July 2020. And whereas during her service on the Board of Commissioners, Emily Gamage provided invaluable insight, perspective, and guidance to the board to assist the district in fulfilling its mission. And whereas Emily Gamage gave freely and generously of her time, energy, and self to ensure that the Macomb Park District serves the well-being of the citizens of Macomb and the participants of Macomb Park District activities and facilities. And now therefore it be resolved by the Board of Commissioners of the Macomb Park District in regular session this day, 15 April 2025, this board does hereby express its appreciation for these years of service rendered by the said Emily Gamage to the Board of Commissioners and the citizens and constituents of the Macomb Park District, and the Commissioners do hereby extend to her their best wishes upon her departure from the position as Commissioner and Assistant Treasurer of the Macomb Park Board of Commissioners, and that they desire to spread this resolution upon the minutes of this meeting in tribute of this action. This resolution was passed and has become a part of the minutes of the April 15th, 2025 meeting of the Board of Commissioners of the Macomb Park District. Emily, thank you so much for what you've done to this community. Of course, we have to pass it first.
That would be appreciated.
So I did get a little bit ahead of myself, but Commissioner Weiss, would you care to make this motion?
I'd like to make a motion to approve and pass Resolution 25-2.
It would be my pleasure to second that motion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. Congratulations, Emily. Thank you for
Thank
the
you.
many years of service to the Macomb Park District.
2019, isn't that crazy? How does time fly?
I mean, 1970 was only 20 years ago, so.
Fair enough.
All right.
And we're going to move on to consideration and possible action of Resolution 25-3. This is in appreciation of Russell Ham for his years of service. So, Resolution 25-3, Board of Commissioners, Macomb Park District, Macomb, Illinois, in appreciations of Commissioner Russell Ham for his years of service. Whereas Russell Ham was appointed to the Macomb Park District Board of Commissioners in September 2016, serving 8 years thereafter, and whereas Russell Ham was elected Treasurer of the Macomb Park District Board of Commissioners in January of 2017, and whereas Russell Ham has diligently protected the Macomb Park District's financial resources in the best interest of the district's residents, constituents, and taxpayers, and whereas during his service on the Board of Commissioners, Russell Ham provided invaluable insight, perspective, and guidance to the board to assist the district in fulfilling its mission, and whereas Russell Ham freely and generously gave his time, energy, and self to ensure that the Macomb Park District serves the well-being of the citizens of Macomb and participants of the Macomb Park District activities and facilities. And now therefore it be resolved by the Board of Commissioners of the Macomb Park District in regular session this day of April, 15th day of April 2025, that this board does hereby express its appreciation for these years of service rendered by the said Russell Ham to the Board of Commissioners and the citizens and constituents of the Macomb Park District, and that the Commissioners do hereby extend their best wishes upon his departure from this position as Commissioner and Treasurer of the Macomb Park District Board of Commissioners, and they desire to spread this resolution upon the minutes of this meeting, meeting in tribute of this action taken. I would entertain a motion that we approve this resolution.
I'll make a motion to approve the resolution for us, Ham.
Do hear a
I will
second?
second that.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? This resolution has been passed and has become a part of the minutes of April 15th, 2025 meeting of the Board of Commissioners of the Macomb Park District. Congratulations, Rush. I wish you were here tonight. Thank you deeply from, I think I can speak for the board on this. for all your years of service and your financial acumen that you have provided this board. We are going to miss both of you greatly. Thank you. All right, Madam Director, the discussion and possible action on social media policy, please.
Sure. So I sent out a draft earlier. I know this is, well, it's not, to be fair, it's not the longest policy I've sent you all in the last several months. So hopefully this was an easy read. It is something that our staff have been talking about probably for the better part of a year and a half, to be honest, and just something that's been dropped off a couple of times. But best practice would say that we have a social media policy in place that kind of outlines what our social media platforms are utilized for, and at what point may we step in if something crosses a boundary. Those are few and far between. It also talks about our social media platforms being not a form of first place publication. Everything published to those social media platforms is a copy of something. So we are not held to the Local Records Act on our social media content. Now, I will say, should we have public comment on those, then we will make record of those and keep them for the standard amount of time. We'll take screenshots and keep them in a folder. And then at our annual application for disposing of public records, that would be included upon that. So, but I did have council look through this again. I did pretty good with the commas. We didn't have many changes, but to be fair, I did copy and paste most of this from Pekin. So thank you to Pekin Park District for the,
Social media.
yeah, social media
Policy.
policy. So we will post a link on all of our social media pages that leads to a web page that has all of this written out on it. So, but if there's any questions about what is in here, any concerns you guys might have, happy to entertain any questions.
Okay, thank you. Commissioners, do we have anything, presentation or discussion of
Oh,
future
you
agenda?
have to approve it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
Jeez.
okay. You're good.
You guys want to approve things tonight?
He
No, I
doesn't.
don't.
He's like ready to go.
No, I'm not even, no, I've got nothing to do. Like, all my stuff for this class I'm doing is almost done, so, let's move back to I would entertain a motion to, accept our social media policy as presented to us.
I'll second that.
Wait.
You made a
Oh,
motion?
I mean, I'll make the motion to approve that.
There you go. I like
I'll
it.
second.
Okay, thanks.
It's been moved and seconded that we, approve the social media policy, although, that's not do we need a roll call on
Doesn't hurt.
that? Okay. Roll call vote, please. Yeah, I think, yeah.
Commissioner Weiss,
Aye.
Commissioner Armstrong,
All right,
Commissioner Gamage.
Aye.
all right, the motion to accept the social media policy is approved. Commissioners, do we have any open presentation or a presentation discussion of future agenda items? Did you see anything on your way out?
Not really.
No motivating speech? Come on.
No, it's just the time has run thin in my household,
Understood. Well, again, thank you for the years of service to the Macomb Park Board and the Macomb community. We appreciate it greatly. Well, having passed through a regular course of business and nothing else before us, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
And I will second that.
It's been moved and seconded that we adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We stand adjourned. Thank you all.